I have dealt with a lot of death in my life over the last 6, 7, 8 months. I've had 4 people very close to me die,
Oh,
just gone. 2 of them are in my age range, 2 of my best girlfriends. And it's hard to even say that out loud without tearing up. But life is short. Life is so short. And so we've got to make every day count. And that's why Beth is here today. And that's why I want to have this conversation.
okay, beautiful. So why don't we start with, because Vani, I know my sister, right? And I know the coach she is, and I'm a coach also. I coach C-suite executives. I'm more corporate. And so I know she would have started you off with a dream. You became the food babe. You weren't always the food babe. What was your dream that all of a sudden the food babe got born? Because everyone, where we start with everyone is what's your dream? And we suck as human beings at dreaming. Because if I tell you, okay, what's your dream? You know what you're going to say? Well, I don't want this and I don't want this and this shouldn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen. And then I really like this. We don't deal with dreaming. We've got New Year's resolutions. You don't have a dream. Like, the food babe might tell you, okay, don't eat this, but what's your dream about your health? What's your dream? So we start always with your entire life, which guess what? You have 12 areas of your entire life. We break it all up per everything. And we have you dream in each one. That's module 1. There's 12 modules.
So Beth, so when I did that module, right, and I wrote down my dreams, and this is post becoming the food babe that I asked for help because I was in a really interesting position in my life. I had just had a baby, my first baby, Harley. She's 4 now. And I realized that becoming a mother just completely changed my life. And I just wanted to mother hard. Like, I just wanted to be a mom. But I also was the food babe. And I also wanted to start True Vani, my food company. And there's just too many competing priorities. And I felt myself like trapped. And so Lauren had me go through, this 12 list of areas in my life. And figure out, what I wanted to see in my life in all those areas. Everything from my husband to my kids, to my job, to my health, to my body, like everything, right? And I'm not saying them verbatim, but from what I remember, right?
You're good.
And so I wrote down what my dream area would be of all those things. And Lauren read it and she goes, Vani, what is this bullshit? Like, she just, sorry for the cursing, guys, but that's just how Lauren is. And she just gets down to the nitty gritty. She's like, you're not even dreaming. You've let go of all your dreams since you've become a mother. Like, what are you doing? And it was insane. She actually put the root cause back in my body was because I, first of all, became, I was a descendant of 2 Indian immigrant parents who gave up everything for their lives. And, I was reliving some of the things my mother and my father had gone through. And, she's like, you have a case of the Indians, and it's true. I have a case of the Indians where, I think I have to live like this miserable life and give up everything and sacrifice everything for my children and not live the life that I really dream of living. And so I had to go back to that module and actually redo it because I wasn't even writing down what was actually the dream life that I should be living.
Okay, so stop right there because it's so good. Now, so you have this intelligent, beautiful, smart, creative woman who can't even dream. So you have to it's not a personal phenomena. It is a human being phenomena. When was the last time you dreamed? If you ask Carly, her 4-year-old, what do you want? Carly will absolutely dream and tell her mommy what she wants. You get to an adult and you're like, well, what do you want? I don't know. I don't think I can get anything anymore. So what is that? So what happens to us as humans is as we grow up, besides like what happened with Vani and there's no dreaming and you do everything for your children, is we have dreams. Some people tell us our dreams are stupid. You shouldn't have that dream. Some people tell us we're never going to get that dream. Then you go for it and you don't get it. And so by the time we're adults, what the frig, we're like, dream, and someone just wrote, you're 63. I'm 62. I have huge dreams left. Like, I have a very, like, huge, right? So, excuse me, Miss 63-year-old. Yeah, no, sorry. Like, give me a break. So that's part of the dreaming. Like, when was the last time? So we teach you how to dream, how to language it, how to actually speak it, because we speak it through negatives. We don't speak it from it's already done. Yes. And then it better turn you on. It better inspire you. Okay, so the first is the dreaming. Right. Then we start to deal. Do you want to say anything else about dreaming, or you want me to go into where people get stopped in their dream?
Well, you said something very important, and it was that you've got to feel the dream for it to happen.
Yeah.
And this was a piece that I had never, I never watched all that stuff about The Secret and, the law of affirmation and all this stuff, right? Like I just, I was in Louise Hay land and Wayne Dyer, and I was in that land, right? I love Hay House because I'm a author with them. Everything that they do is amazing. But I never understood this concept until Lauren shared with me this old prophet, Neville Goddard.
Yes.
And he talks about the feeling is the secret. So if you can feel what it feels like to have that beach house that you want to live in, right? You can feel what it feels like to have an amazing husband who is just so giving and incredible and loving and gives you everything, all the support you need, and you put yourself in that position and you feel it.
Yeah.
You really can then create it in your mind.
Yes.
And you have to reframe your mind to really feel the things that you want to feel. And that's how I felt about the food industry. And when I took on the food industry, when I was like in my heyday activism days going hard after Anheuser-Busch and Miller Coors, I felt it in my bones that they were going to change, that they were going to create an organic beer, that they were going to release their ingredients for the first time in history. I felt it in my bones that Subway was going to remove that nasty yoga mat chemical, right? I felt it in every being of my body. Nobody could stop me, right?
Yeah. So wait, this is so good. So she's giving what we teach. This is very advanced, okay? So, but she's dead on accurate. So you have to be able to dream first to be able to feel it, right? And you don't want to dream negative, like I don't want this and I don't want this and I don't want this, because how are you going to feel any of that? You'll be angry all the time, right? So it's more the dreaming, okay? So dreaming. Okay, so now let's get into, now you have a dream, or not, but let's get into what stops most humans from moving on a dream, moving on something they want. Okay, so I'm going to give you a statistic, everyone. So Dr. David Hawkins, this is years ago, did a study where he discovered that 80% of your thoughts, your inner dialogue, are negative. 80% of your thoughts in your subconscious and consciousness are negative. And wait, here's another stat. And 95% of the 80% that's negative is the same crap you thought yesterday, right? Like, I'm 62, so I'll walk by a mirror and go, oh, she's falling down. I don't think anything did. That's the same thought I have all the time. Oh, she's falling down, right? So we have these thoughts. Now watch. Why is that a problem? Because our thoughts give us our actions and give us our results. So if you have a thought, like I'm 62 and I'm single, and if my thought is, I'll never meet the love of my life, well, there you go.
You never meet the love of your life.
So, Of course I am. So your thoughts give you your actions, give you your results. Okay, so now what Handel did is we named the 80% negative, we named 3 voices. And by the way, everyone, those of you who are going to get Inner You Life, this is module 2. So you have to start to deal with what gets in your way. So ready? One of the voices is your chicken voice. Your chicken. That's the avoider. That's the avoider of hard conversations. That's the avoider of like, oh, I should probably go to the dentist. Oh no, I don't want to hear what they have to say. That's, oh, I should probably go talk to him about that. Oh no, I don't want to tell him that. So that's the chicken. Then you've got, and everyone who's listening, identify, okay, where are you a chicken? You can drop it in the chat. Okay, then you've got the brat. That's like my 20-year-old daughter, the defiant one. I don't want to. You can't make me. You're not the boss of me. Leave me alone. Drop dead. Get away from me. That's the brat. So for those of you who are like working on your 15 extra pounds from COVID, right? You're bratty. The brat takes the cake. Even though you say, I have a dream, I'm going to be healthy. And then your brat goes, oh, you're so exhausted. You deserve some chocolate to wake you up, right? Ooh, I need some ice cream. I had a stressful day. That would be the brat. Okay, and the last one is the subtlest of the three voices, but just as deadly. It's the weather reporter. The weather reporter, so I'm sitting in Westchester, it's sunny, and I'm going to make it up about 82 degrees. All I can do is dress accordingly. Those are the facts. Okay, ready for this? When you're weather reporting, you give me facts like this. Beth, I have absolutely no time to work out. And you think I have no time to work out is as real as it's 82 degrees out. Not valuable, a fact. No, that would be a weather reporter. So a weather reporter is all your excuses and justifications to not doing what you want to do in your dream. So you got the chicken, the avoider, the brat, the defiant one, and then you've got the weather reporter. So Vani, do you remember any of yours before I give them? And then, by the way, I'm going to get you out of hell. So I'm going to teach you what to do. But do you remember any of yours?
I don't know if I remember any of them. I probably have all three, obviously.
We all do.
All humans have all three? I mean,
yes,
come on.
We all have all three. Like,
right, depending upon the issue.
Right? So, like, I kept saying, Beth, you should meditate. Nah. Beth, you should meditate. Nah. Now, I meditate 5 days a week, but it took me finally to tell the brat to shut up. Like, shut up. I want to meditate. It's part of my dream. Right? So we have dreams, and then we don't take the actions consistent with them.
Right.
So we start to have you deal with what gets in your way. And then I'm sure you remember this part, Bonnie. So then, how do you get out of hell? So how do you get out if you have a dream, your chicken keeps taking over, or your brat or weather reporter, how do you cut it out? You need three things. And this is module 3 in Inner You Life. You need a promise. You need a consequence, and you need someone to hold you to account. I always have one of my sisters hold me to account because I'm as big a brat as anybody, right? For sure, I'm more bratty than chicken. I'm definite brat. So promise, specific and measurable, like I will exercise 4 days a week. I'll do 30 minutes of aerobic. I'll do 30 minutes with my trainer and weights. Okay, what's the consequence? So you need a consequence and someone to hold you account. A consequence is something that would annoy the crap out of you. So what I did for my meditating is I meditated for 20 minutes in the morning, or I didn't get my 1 cup of coffee. And I love my 1 cup of coffee. And I want you to know that for 1 year, until I stopped, and then I'm now back, never lost my coffee. And then one of my sisters held me to account because I can't like, oh, I'm going to make a promise to myself. Oh, right. Our worst thing is that you make a promise to yourself, and we're the only ones we don't keep our promises to. Oh, we'll keep it to our spouse. We'll keep it to our kids. We'll keep it to the boss because we want to get paid. But you said you'd do something today? Nah. So that begins to be where we get into personal integrity. So, Bonnie, I'll shut up now. You go.
Yeah, so I tried to do that. The problem with me, this is an excuse, but the problem with me is I hate authority. So I didn't want no one to hold me accountable. Like, I don't like no one better be looking over me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't like that piece of it. It kind of makes me mad because it's like, oh, if I don't know, I don't like this person doing this. But anyways, it does work. Sure. And, the thing that really helped me, and I don't know if this is the next module or part of this one, I can't remember, but the thing that really helped me with this piece is making a list of all the things that I was tolerating in my life. Okay. And this had to do with I'm tolerating the dead plant when I walk in to my house from the bottom of the steps, to I'm tolerating a nasty closet that has stuff all over the floor, or to I'm just tolerating, you know, someone in my life running me ragged or whatever. Like writing a list of all the things I was tolerating, just things around my house, things, you know, I was actually looking for my tolerating list before this started so I could actually share my old tolerating list and how I actually solved every single thing on there within, I'm talking 24 hours. I mean, it was that fast. Once I wrote down all the things I was tolerating in my life, like anything that just, you know, get under my skin or I was having an issue with, I would just write it down. Like, I'm tolerating this. And then just by acknowledging that I'm tolerating it made me not want to tolerate it and take it on. So it was like, you know, it was like, you're not going to get the best of me closet. This is going to be cleaned in 5 minutes, you know, and it was. So it was, you know, it didn't take 5 minutes.
No, it's beautiful. But and you can heat. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, no, that tolerating list, I'm telling you, I do that on occasion, even more now. Like I'll make a mini list just like on my desk, just sitting here, and I'll be like, I need to, these things I'm tolerating, I need to get rid of this.
And then I would hear it inside like, oh, this is all the places that you were bratty about, right? Like your closet, you were being bratty about it, or calling the dent, you know, we're brats, we're human. There's nothing, none of this is bad stuff. It's waking us up, getting conscious. Like Vani is the food babe has woken you all up. That's why you're here to food and looking at ingredients and dealing. So she raised the consciousness of food and health, right? What we do at Handel is the same thing. We're just raising the consciousness of your humanity. Why? Because we want you to have your dreams. We want you to love yourself. Every single time you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it, and again, it's mostly with yourself, you don't like yourself. And then likely you're either mean to yourself or you're mean to the people around, and all that happened.
Beth, I just have to tell you, in the comments here, people are already like looking around their office and they're like, I'm cleaning up my paperwork watching you girls because I'm tolerating all this mess on my desk, you know, like that's awesome. You go, Joe.
Exactly. And then for those of you that are listening, that you keep listening to Vani as the food babe to change your diet, and you haven't, you're being a brat. Right?
Yeah,
and
you're still eating Oreos and McDonald's and, you know, stopping off for fast food. You know what's the ultimate fast food? A smoothie. Go make that instead. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous.
Right. No, exactly. So any single place. So that's what, so, you know, that's why we adore each other, because she's raising consciousness. We're raising consciousness to make a difference, right? Like we care about your humanity. And so if you want to intervene into your humanity in a very quick way, I'm not like, there's those of you who will, you know, go slow, completely great. But those of you who want to intervene, done. You're not bringing the same conversations into 2022, right?
And can I just say this too? I think this is so important. We are tolerating a lot of BS lately, okay? In the news, in the government. We as humanity, the world, we're tolerating a lot of shit. So if you're tired of tolerating this stuff, there's things that you can do. Exactly. Just know that.
No, exactly. And I'm telling you, this is, you know, as I deal with all my companies and my sweet executives and then our life coach, I know that everyone's coming into the last quarter of the year. We're already planning for 2022. I'd like you to have more than New Year's resolutions this year. You could start Inner You Life now, no kidding. And by the end of this year, life will be completely different in 2022. For sure. Like, so for those of you who've been tolerating not having your best life, not having your dreams, and you really want to intervene, Inner You Life for $100 off. You have 24 hours to grab it. The link is in here. It'll also be in Vani's link in Food Babe to go get that for $325 and start your work. You get a free coaching session with it. We want you to win, okay? Like really win and have a great rest of the year and new year, not bringing the same crap in. No. All right, anything else? Should we say anything else to everyone?
So, I just want to talk about this one thing really quick. We have like 3 minutes, but I thought this other thing that I did with you guys was just life changing. So I just want to give us people like all the tools right here and there. So guys, y'all are going to go create your dream list. You're going to write a list of shit you're tolerating, and then this is the third thing: make a list of all the main people in your life. Like, this was so cool what I did. So Lauren said, make a list of every single person you are, that's important to you in your life and that you're interacting with on a day-to-day basis, and write out what you think of them, right? Like, give them a label. And then if it's a negative label or something that is like, you're calling them this, like lazy or, an asshole or whatever, relabel them to what you want them to be.
Oh.
And so every time, I don't want to call out this person by name because I don't want to embarrass them, but every time I had this person talk to me in my life, I just thought asshole, asshole, asshole. That's it. Okay? And I had to reframe that person. And this is a person that I'm deeply connected with in my life, right? So it wasn't like I could get rid of this person, okay?
Right.
So I had to really reframe that conversation in my mind every time I thought about this person. So I had to say what I wanted instead.
I love that. It's what we call now.
And now in the phrase that I write, that I have now about this person is, this person always agrees with me.
Wait. I have to underline this. I know we have like 1 minute left. I have to underline this. What she's talking about, Lauren then took, because Vani's been coaching with us for a bit. They're now, we call them taglines. So what Vani is, she shifted her tagline, which is the context for which you hold an area or a human being, right? So her original tagline was, oh, asshole. And then her new tagline, now watch, here's the principle. I'm going to drop one more principle for you. Ready? Whatever you believe, you prove. Whatever you believe, you prove. And so you should wake up to what you believe. So if she really believed the person was an asshole, she was going to gather evidence. So when she reinvented it, it can't be positive thinking because that's BS. It's got to be something that she could believe so that she could then prove. Because whatever you believe, you're going to prove. I believe I'm having my fairy tale love. Of course I am. She believes she's saving the planet and health. Of course she is, right? So whatever you believe, you prove. And so that was beautiful. I love how you shifted it, believed it.
And since that day, let me just say, that person is no longer an asshole. And they agree with everything I say.
Yeah, exactly. There you
Which
go.
is, I just like, poof, changed the person.
Beautiful, beautiful. So everyone's asking about the link. So there it is. The code is foodbabe. So you get your $100 off of Inner You Life. They're dropping. You can go in Foodbabe's bio. The link will be there. You have 24 hours to get the $100 off and start doing this work on yourself so you can have a brand new 2022. Vani, I love you. You are the best. I am so proud to be on this planet with you and you doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you. I mean, your group and your program has changed my life. And I literally could be here all day talking about everything that I've been through and talked about and learned.
We have so much we can give
so
people.
much.
We have so
There's
much
not enough time. But anyways,
yes.
I will put the link when I repost this, and so everybody's got the information, and go check it out because it's incredible. And again, I'm not an affiliate. I don't get any money from this.
You don't get nothing.
It's just, I believe in this. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
yes. Thank you, Vani. All right, girl.
Okay.
See you soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.